What is that even supposed to mean? It's just like sap down a tree. Alright, so this is like the original.
For this era generation.
He's out here riding his $100 little moped.
It's actually a dirt bike. Because most Kamen riders, they like Harley or speed bikes, but I think he's one of the first riders to do a dirt bike oriented. Because he
He's out
does.
here on his $100 dirt bike.
I bet it costs more than that. But it is also important to keep in mind this is like a low budget show.
Yeah,
actually.
I can tell that. So literally, my first impression is that intro didn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
It told me there was a Kamen Rider on a dirt bike, and there was like a slight fight scene, but past that, it was like nothing. So I don't know how to rate that.
I guess was the music kick ass to you at least enjoyable or the
I
suit
guess
cool?
maybe I should hear some of the other ones so I can compare and contrast. Like, okay, this one's better than this one.
We could change it on the go, so why don't we pull up that tier list and then just put where you feel like it should be.
Okay, so that's this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where would he
I'm just
be?
gonna leave it at B right now, but I have a feeling it's gonna sit at C.
Until you see the others.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it at C is fine for now.
Okay.
I have a feeling that's pretty bad though. Okay. Give me this next link.
Oh, it's the same video. Just press play.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't realize. It
Yeah,
was
all the
of them.
openings are. So
Okay, so this is another one. Oh, upgraded from the dirt bike.
Went back to speed bike.
Okay, so she's like chasing him. See, this actually like conveys more emotion, at least in the first one. The first one was more just like silent brooding. This actually shows like an improvement in like character. Oh, that's the Kamen Rider Cart Night thing.
Yeah. This is where I based it off.
Here we go, casserole. Yeah, like, see, she's crying there. So, like, there's actually, like, a hint of, like, character development going on.
Yep.
There's, like, emotion. Like, there's characters to care about and stuff happening.
Oh,
okay, so that's already way better than the last one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's way better than the last one, for sure.
So where's this one going? Grade.
Let's see. I have to find, which one is it?
Yep, with the gold armor, red eyes, left, upper left.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
Agito.
It's definitely higher than this. It might be an A. I think I'll leave it at A for now.
Okay.
Alright.
So this is Ryuki.
I think we watched Ryuki, didn't we?
Yep, we watched the movie, which was...
Oh, we watched the movie for
lame recap.
Yeah, this is where he puts the cards in. Yeah, this has a lot more production, like, money put into the intro, too, compared to that very first one. Although this is definitely a lot more abstract. They also really love their mirrors.
It's like they're trying to emphasize I like that increased JPEG car speed.
Yeah, that was...
This is like...
It worked, I guess. That's all I can say about it. Villain. I like the music better than the other ones there. Okay, that's Ryder. Let's see. Which one is?
Ryuki. He's
I know
bottom
where he
left.
is. Yeah, there we go.
Where would
That
he
might
go?
be A2.
Before
Just because I also
Agito or after?
am I ordering these in tier
I
like
would
this?
assume that being close to A means they're better, and the further they're away from the A is like, oh, that rider's bet slightly below. So
I think this opening was probably
a little bit more
I think it was a
impactful.
little
Deliberate.
bit. I think the music was better, but I'm not particularly a fan of abstractness in storytelling. I guess I'm more of a fan of direct things. So when I see like 20 or grayscale images of like random objects, it doesn't really scream. I don't know, great to me.
All
That's
right.
just my preference, though. Um, okay. See,
All right. Let's go.
that was Ryuki.
Faiz, or Kamen Rider known as 555.
Caught an apple and ate it. What a badass. I can tell the quality in these is going up at least.
Yeah, it definitely went up over the years.
I think they downgraded the bike though. Looked a little bit worse. The hell was that? A centaur?
Alright. How was that?
Okay. I'm not really sure what to make of that one, to be perfectly honest. Where the hell is...
Do you feel like you need to rewatch it, or it's like...
I think I need to rewatch that, yeah. I'm still like confused what exactly I just watched. But
okay. That's totally fine. I think that's totally fine if you need to rewatch that.
I think... Okay, this is the end of Ryuki right here. I was just like... I was trying to figure out what was going on, but it was just like... way too abstract. Poses, motorcycle, I get an apple and I eat it, like there's not really anything actually happening here. This kind of falls back into the abstract where it's just like they got wings, there's rain,
It's too
brooding.
vague.
Yeah, it's just like this whole thing here is way too vague. I get it can represent like their actual characters, but it's just not what I prefer, I guess. I mean, she gives him a haircut, like how is that super interesting to the story? Like, what were they doing? Taking notes there? And that was their one chance right there to actually show some like action scene or combat to lead into like what
the conflict is...
yeah,
Yeah.
what there was going to be some sort of action there in the opening, but it just wasn't there. Okay, I think I know where I want this. Where is it? This one?
Nope, he's far left.
This one?
Yep.
I think this is probably even below the first one.
Okay.
Because there's no action, and I think that's something that Kamen Rider overall is known for. Is just like kind of the cheesy choreographed like scenes of fighting or whatever. But there was just like none of that. All we got was like the like trademark bad CG like centaur thing, and a lot of abstractness to characters that I don't think any of that probably even mattered to their characters themselves all that much. Like eating an apple. I mean, the wings thing with the girl probably representative of something, but I think overall, even after watching that, I can imagine fans wouldn't be a fan of that opening.
Yeah, probably. So
Okay. So I'm just going to leave him right there.
All right.
Okay.
Kamen Rider Blade.
Put these apples.
What's up?
What is that? They're like punching the scrap of paper in the air.
The tissue paper.
I guess they're actors.
Yeah.
See, this actually makes sense. Like, they're actors. They're like
On stage.
presenting. Yeah, they're like doing an act, like the whole thing. Like they fight so over the top and everything because it's just all for the entertainment, for the show factor.
Instead of using random stock footages and forests.
Although there's a lot of biking.
I mean, as a Kamen Rider should be.
So this doesn't really have any actual character
or story presentation, but
yeah, it doesn't really promise anything to come besides just it's gonna be a good show.
It
has that.
It feels more like it's going for theatric. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, which one was that?
Nope, that's all the way left was the silver armor.
This one?
Yep. Blade. B?
That's definitely better than these, but I don't know if it's as good as these.
That sounds fair. That actually does sound fair.
I think I'll leave it.
It could be better. I do wish
it could be better if it had like some actual character.
But I definitely like the style it was going for.
Yeah, I think it had an overall cohesive theme to it. Unlike
also,
I already forget which it is. I
don't know if I watched the opening with the subtitles, but I definitely liked there was a lyric in there in that song. I don't want to influence you, but there was. I don't know if you picked it up in the translation too. There was something along the lines that said, "Ignorance is a sin, but knowing too much knowledge can be a snare." Like, I'm guessing that means like if you know too much, it can change you. So
yeah,
I felt that some lyrics in the music kind of creates a lot of foreshadow of what the show is about. So
yeah, all right, I think that's fair.
So, but I don't want to influence your decision. This is all on your reaction. So, all right.
Hibiki. I'll just watch the next one. I think that one's good at where it is at B there, so I'll just leave it there.
So, Hibiki.
Okay. This is Hibiki. Okay. I don't know what the characters are supposed to mean. I'd imagine those like represent something at least about the characters themselves, like maybe virtues they uphold or something. But I can't read it, so I can't.
You didn't study your kanjis.
Well, it's also just too fast to actually recognize some of them for me. But yeah. Wait, was that it?
Yep.
That was it?
Yeah.
That was short. Oh my gosh, that was like 30 seconds. Yeah, that was like 45-second opening. All right. Where the heck is that one? I honestly don't know.
He's far right. I can recognize him right there.
This one?
Yep. His show is supposed to be... Okay, I'll let you grade it, and then I'll kind of explain.
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to leave it in B tier.
Oh, you enjoyed that?
I think it was alright, actually. It's assuming that the kanji characters on their faces and like their hand and stuff actually represented things about the character. For me, that's not like abstract. That's more like directly telling you like, oh, these are things about these characters. I think that's a lot better form of getting across a character's style or
it's a unique style
personality
for you.
I think that's better than the grayscale pictures that were going off rapid fire in this one here.
That's true. Yeah, it didn't.
So
yeah, that's interesting. Not many people give Hibiki high grade for that. They instantly. I would drop him at D, but that's an interesting perspective in putting him B. That's
I guess it was really short, and it didn't particularly have action either.
Yeah, but
yeah. Shows what the villains are. Some running. Yeah, I guess that's true. It didn't really have action either, so I think I have to drop it a little bit because of that.
Okay.
Might be... Not sure if it's I think it's still better than this, but
I I still think it's weird that you're really generous with Hibiki, but you have a different perspective about it.
yeah, I haven't watched all the Kamen Riders.
So I'll
Hmm.
tell the fun. I'm gonna cheat a little and be fair with his whole theme. Is that if you haven't noticed, is he's supposed to be about. If you haven't noticed with the sticks, they do rituals by making drums to
Yeah, it seemed like
vanquish spirits and demons. So
yeah.
that's his whole theme. He fights against
Oh,
demons.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, but that's interesting.
So the characters are maybe supposed to be like what is it? The traditional Japanese charms
Yeah.
that dispel demons and stuff. All right.
Yep. Yep. So
I guess in a way that shows the action. Not really an action part of it. I don't know. I
my
think
cousin I watched with told me he gave it a generous rating too. He told me he thought like this opening seemed like it was going for a more serious tone compared to the other writers being pop or whatever.
yeah, it was serious. Well, it also had like a lot more traditional music. It wasn't
Yeah.
like it just a
I
love
haven't
opening. I feel
seen
like I have to
yeah.
do like this maybe
Ooh, interesting.
and separate these categories out a little bit because I feel like
I would say S has to be like you're absolutely in love with it, like you love it's
yeah,
good.
like out
A's
of
like
all of them,
A
these are
is
like the one or two that I would watch
A.
definitely.
I kind of would like to think A is like, oh, it looks good. It's not something to vibe with, but you can't deny the quality and the music is actually
Yeah,
is pretty good. So
still torn because I feel like these should be kind of C's. Maybe they're okay in B.
that's really good.
Okay, I'll just leave it here for now. Watch
All right,
another one.
all right. What was this one? Kabuto.
Uh-oh, banger alert.
Oh,
Got some action. We got the bike. All right, this is already way better than all the other ones I've watched. Depiction of emotion. We've got combat. We've got the bikes. The music's good. All right, that's going in S. Wait, was that it? Or is this another
yeah,
one?
that's it.
Okay.
Yep, stop.
Yeah, that one's definitely going in S. Where's that one?
Uh, can you tell? Identify the
No.
armor.
No, I can't. I was trying to pay attention to everything else. I don't have time to watch their specific armor. The bug one though. Not this. Is it this?
Nope. He's all the way to the right with the blue eyes.
Oh, he had blue eyes. All right. Yeah, that's going in S. I think that basically had everything that represents Kamen Rider in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I think the story is interesting. I'm gonna give you a just a tiny spoiler, cheat spoiler here is that his whole gimmick compared to the other writers, he's supposed to be like DC's Flash of the Kamen Rider series. So he
Okay,
goes
so they took
super,
inspiration from
yeah,
DC
yep. So
universe.
yeah, he
Yeah.
could go super Mach speed and or breaking the sound barrier bullshit. I don't know which. So
Yeah, well, he got off the bike and moved really fast, so I assume that had to do with his power.
yep. So
Like he was just able to get off the bike and instantly just like walk away, which I assume was slow mo. He could do that with the explosions going off. He could just move through them. So yeah, I think that was really that included like yeah, that just represents his power too.
so
So yeah, I would definitely watch that. I'm also a sucker for time manipulation. as like a theme in things in general.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. I see.
Like I really like themes like that. Anyways,
So,
okay.
Kamen Rider Deno.
Well, this is from the Kamen Rider thing too. The Cart Knight.
It's a good season.
What the hell is going on here? Yeah, her tear went back up into her eye and then flipped the hourglass. Doesn't actually show him like fighting enemies there though. I don't know about that effect there at the end.
Okay. So,
wait, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I want to put that in S, but I'm almost thinking that maybe I should move these down like this
That sounds
and then
fair.
put it into A.
Oh, you would put that one in A.
Well, it might be S, it might be A. If they're all going to
That's-
continue to be like closer to this level of quality in the opening, I feel like I'm going to need more distinction between the best of the best
Okay.
and good.
That's fine. I'm just surprised you would grade him so high. Too.
Where is this one? Well, I'm not an expert on grading this either. I honestly can't tell. This one?
Yep, you got it.
Wow, I actually got it. I want to put it in S.
What's stopping you from putting S?
Well, it just wasn't as good as this one.
Okay. Well, okay. Is this going to be your final? I mean, you can change it later.
Well, it's not final. It's not
Okay.
final. Just preliminary at the moment.
Put him A. I'll tell you this: if you like time the manipulation, like S tier, you'll definitely like the one in A tier as well. He's also
Yeah,
time
that's what I thought.
manipulation. Because
Yeah, that's what I
as you
thought.
could tell, he travels through time on the train. So
Yeah.
it's a good season. And all those,
I think I'll leave it here. It's a little bit worse than this one, but I think they're both pretty good. Okay.
Kiva,
You did.
Kamen Rider Kiva.
Metal. Alright, so this lead character is a lot edgier than the other ones so far. By far. Chains are tying him back. Yeah. Kind of expected that. Break his chains. I like the inclusion of the transformation itself, though.
I definitely see they put a lot more cast appearance.
All right, forgiving the bad CG. I think that's A.
A tier too.
Yeah. I'm glad I made a distinction and pushed them down now. Okay. That was... Oh gosh. You gotta help me, CJ.
He's got the vampire head looking eyes.
I don't know which one that is. This one?
No.
They all look like bugs,
Yellow
kind
eyes.
of. These?
Yep, that's him.
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave that in A tier. That was
So,
probably... I don't know if that's my favorite music, but that's still really good music for the opening. It's been better than all
you don't
of
know
these
it's your
for sure.
favorite, but that's good music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of my friends, they gave it low rank because they're like, I don't like the chains go through his skin. They think that's forced edgy. But here you are, it's just like it's pretty
Yeah, I
fair.
think it
Fair,
is.
good.
I think it
Quality's
is.
good.
It is really edgy, but I don't think it being like edgy or pretentious necessarily takes away from the intro. I think it just makes it accessible. If that makes sense.
Alright. That's an interesting fair. Great. Ooh, decayed.
Some Ben 10 stuff going on there. He can change into whatever Kamen Rider he wants.
Yeah. But at the same time, well, I'm not going to say much.
Kind of gives the feeling like she's in the back actually orchestrating everything. There's a lot of action here though. Alright, I think that had everything the Kamen Rider opening needed. It had the motorcycle, it had the character emotion, it had a lot of action in it too. And I think it had foreshadowing on like what was going to happen with specific characters. So I think I got to put that in A as well.
Yeah. All right, that's really good.
That is this one.
I'm surprised you can identify it right away.
That one I knew. That one I knew. Leave me alone. I got one of them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. But that says a lot.
Progress.
That says a lot how identifiable his armor is, I guess.
Yeah, well, it was because of his helmet. The
barcode helmet.
Barcode kind of thing, yeah. I think
So-
that's actually above this one in this tier for sure.
So for context, just because it's fun, all the Kamen Riders before him, they were all in individual separate worlds, self-containing worlds, and it was this guy who brought them together.
Brought them all together. Yeah. I kind of got that feeling too because it looks like the way the fight was happening, there was like from the past they were coming together or something like that.
Yeah.
To all fight in the moment.
So
like
think
a
of
grand
it
showdown
like,
thing.
You know, you heard about the Marvel DC New 52 or Crisis, Infinite Crisis? You know about it?
I haven't heard of that. Nope.
Oh, it's basically like a reboot to the franchise. So basically, Decade being the 10th year writer, he's the ender of all their.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Franchise.
So this is 10 years after Kamen Rider came back now. So this is the 10th one.
Yep. So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah. The story's interesting. The character's great. I'm gonna say that. That's. Yeah.
All right. Go the next one here.
Ooh, all right. So this is like
We've got
new generation of
count quick. We got
10 left.
10 left. Okay.
Yep.
So 20 years of Kamen Rider.
So this is now the other half of new generation riders.
An interesting costume.
I like the scarf they brought back from the first Kamen Rider. They haven't done a scarf rider for a while.
We need to back that up. I need to look up that dress. Really interesting style compared to the other ones. It's like it's more more detective based. More investigation. Trying to figure things out. While also including I think that was the transformation there. Even got a bike chase in there.
Alright.
Alright.
Where's that go?
I feel like these are
Kamen
starting to
Rider
get...
W.
Yeah. Whereas I can only recognize him because of his colors.
He's the brightest green one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, his blue is just in the back. Okay. I think that has to go in A2. Probably better than the vampire kind of
Oh.
one. Well, ahead of it, I mean.
So
But not as good as this
what
one.
stops him from being S tier?
What stops him from being S tier?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or is it just good, but it's not something mind blowing to you? It's just good.
I think the detective part that it alludes to is probably makes me more interested to watch it than the other Kamen Riders. I would probably, in terms of my actual interest, I would put these three in S tier.
So.
But I don't know if the opening itself can actually be considered S tier.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. So, the fun part, if you haven't gotten the gimmick, is two people share one Kamen Rider suit.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, where two
So,
people were
they share the half
doing the
powers.
transformation, yeah.
Yep.
I mentioned that when I was watching it. I was like, I guess that's the transformation where it's two of them in one.
My favorite part in the lyrics, at least the subtitles translated, was the he's known as Kamen Rider W, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the letter W, but it's a pun on double W.
Oh,
Because two people. And another part of the lyric they played with is they said is find the W.
You gotta find the W.
The who, what, where, when, why. Get it?
The interrogatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the W, the letter
Interesting
W,
link.
has 5 corners for who, what, where, when, why.
I guess those are, yeah, probably reoccurring themes that happen in the show.
Yep. So, yeah, that's a good season. So this is Kamen Rider.
Yeah, I could see that season being really good. Well, I also do like the investigative aspects of it.
The detective theme. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if there's things to discover and things that are unknown by the main cast, it makes it more interesting along the way.
So, Kamen Rider O's. Or OOO, but everyone calls it O's.
Oh god, I do not like this music already though. Kamen Rider O's.
Yep. It's a coin theme rider that base off exploiting human greed. Different kinds of greed.
People just picking up coins off the ground like, ooh, free money. There's actually a voice clip in there. At least I've got the transformation in there. I feel like the transformation being in the opening should be a staple, like a given, you know?
Yeah, that's a very interesting, important way to look at it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That was not a good opening. I can
Where
say
is
that
it?
right now. Let's see. Which one is it?
He's got the red head and yellow chest.
Nope,
Green
I'm
eyes.
colorblind.
Green eyes. Yep, that one.
Okay.
Are you actually colorblind?
No, I'm not. I'm just stupid.
Okay.
I'm looking at so many colors here. I'm trying to find anything.
He
Okay.
has a sword. Yeah. Him.
I kind of want to put this in C tier.
C tier?
Yeah, because
What?
I think the only thing it really had going for it was the fact that it had, gosh, I just lost my train of thought. I think the only thing going for it was that it had,
the transformation?
yeah, the transformation. But
Yeah,
I think
that's
everything else
something-
that really happened wasn't all that interesting. I mean, it had the bike, but it wasn't even particularly action. Like, the most actiony part of it was he, like, slashed his sword into the sand and a whole bunch of coins came up. And I almost want to put it into D tier. But it did have the transformation at least. And the transformations always look
It covered
at least
a lot
somewhat
of
decent for Kamen Rider, so
it covered the basic bare minimum.
yeah, I'll leave it in low C.
Okay. Fourze, our first high schooler Kamen Rider protagonist.
The hell is this?
Switches.
My ink cartridges for my printer. Kamen Rider Fourze.
I think it's supposed to be a play on
Holy
Fourze.
crap, he is an edgy ass character. These all Kamen Riders?
No, it's just him.
Okay.
The one with the rebel hairstyle.
Like, we have some action in quotation marks there, but it's not actually like a fight happening between anybody. Like, there he's riding away and there's explosions, but it's not actually like, I guess, combat. Wait, he launches into orbit on his butt? Alright.
So as you can tell, he's an astronaut theme.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider.
Okay.
So
There was a lot to unpack there, but I think overall that wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either.
where would you put it?
I want to say high C, low B.
So
Because it wasn't really,
he's wedged
there wasn't
to close
much-
C or far B.
there wasn't too much to
Yeah,
character development. It was just like, it just showed them getting together and having a good time, and then bad things happen along the way, and the Kamen Rider saves the day and all that, which I guess is in the spirit of Kamen Rider, but it didn't particularly show any character emotion or development. It was just kind of
come have
a high
fun.
school setting,
Get
have
together.
fun,
Yeah.
and, you know, do the space stuff. Okay.
After you grade
Yeah, I
it,
think that's fair. Where is it? Which one is he? Help me, CJ.
complete white
Yellow.
outfit.
This one?
Yep.
Astronaut Kamen Rider. Kind of reluctant to put it into low B. I feel like upper C is better. Guess I'll leave it there.
Oh. I'll give you this. It real compared to the other older riders that are dark. He's probably, even the newer riders, he's the most wholesome rider, and it's not bad. Like, I hate
Yeah,
things
I
when
got
they
that
get
feeling.
too happy and cheery, but it's like, okay, you convinced me. It's like it convinces me, like, okay, this is pretty wholesome. And it does have its moments, emotional moments. I would say it's also a good season people should watch. It's also, I think, it's got the best fight scenes too, compared to the other riders.
See, they should have shown that then in
Yeah.
the opening. Like, if it had the best fight scenes, they should have definitely showcased that in the intro.
I think they were playing more into was showing off his gimmicks, the toy, all those gimmicks he has. Those
Yeah,
gadgets.
they were really adamant about showing off all the little push things.
Because you also gotta remember, Kamen Riders, they're also trying to sell toys too. So
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I felt like
I feel like I
this
have to put that into upper C.
thing. Okay. If they could show more of the fight scenes, that's pretty fair. It could have been in B, but they held back.
Yeah,
on
there was some
gimmicks.
action, but it just wasn't enough of the right kind. And then there was just lack of like actual character dynamics going on besides just they're all friends together.
So
So I'll leave it there in upper C.
Kamen Rider Wizard.
Wizard. Get my ring pop. Gotta call his Digimon. That really is an oversized comical ring pop
Hey, those gimmicks.
cops.
Toy gimmicks.
Yeah.
Gotta make kids collect all those different ring pops.
Yeah, this gives me more of the performer style
Yep.
vibe.
Performer.
Like he's a magician. Not really. I don't
It's
think
funny.
wizard.
It's so funny you say that. I'll wait.
Yeah. Hmm. I gotta think about this.
But yeah,
I think it was
it's funny.
terrible.
It's funny you say magician because some kids in the actual show say, "Are you a magician, sir?" And he was like, "No, wizard."
I think that's what he tried. I think that's what the opening kind of alludes to. Is that
He looks like
he's not a wizard. He's a magician. Like there's
he,
even cards and stuff in the tricks.
yeah, he keeps correcting people. He's a wizard, but even in lore, I think that's kind of annoying. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let you grade first before I say any more.
Yeah. I think B is fair for that.
Low B,
Uh
like before Ryuki.
watch so many of these now. I'm trying to remember exactly what these were. Initial thoughts might be higher. See, that was. See, this is Ryuki here.
Yep, the mirror guy.
Mirror guy. Oh yeah. Hmm. And which one is this?
That one
This
was
was.
the with the three different Kamen riders on the racetrack driving down.
I feel like this might be better than both of those,
Okay.
but it's. I don't think it's A tier though. Yeah, I'll leave it in. I'll leave it upper B. Hmm. My tier list probably pisses a lot of people off,
We'll see.
you
Well,
included.
at least the difference is you give your reason, at least some explanation. So
Well, I'm also just going off of I watch it and I like think about it a little bit, and I just move on. So okay, do this next one. The music wasn't exactly there for that one either.
oh, Kamen Rider Gaim.
Yeah, this is. Damn, dead. Disintegrated just like that. Interesting that they show the Kamen Riders on the reflection at least. Some of these just look like LSD trips though. I'm not really sure what to make of the boy band dancing there. I guess that's their group. Wait, he doesn't have a motorcycle, he has a horse.
Yep.
Yeah, that would make sense if it's like the samurai theme that's
samurai
going
theme,
on.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. And I think that was this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Hmm. That one. Look through this a little bit again.
Remember, after you click on it, you can use the arrow keys to control the place of the video.
Yeah. like minimum action. Yeah, I didn't notice the horse the first time for some reason. Thinking about something else. Yeah, I almost want to say that's A, but it just doesn't have the action as much as it needs. But I think it
Okay.
was better than Magician one.
That's
At
really
least.
generous of you, because people automatically give it D because it's like they hate the breakdancing. Like, is this what the entire series is about?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I really don't think that dancing
But
part with the boy band really adds anything, but I also haven't watched the show, so I don't
I
know exactly.
I don't want to influence you again. Well, I'm gonna let you grade it. Where are you gonna put it? Of
I
course, you
think
could change it.
it's really close to this one, I think.
For
I think it's fair on either side. I'll just leave it there.
okay, so for confirmation, like okay, does the fruit armor kind of bother you too? The whole fruit theme they're going for, if you haven't noticed,
Uh,
like
I didn't mind it. I mean, I guess I just accept whatever they decide to throw into the
okay,
armor designs. I mean, look at all this.
okay.
You can't
So
look at this and say that there isn't at least something you don't like in here.
okay, so for record, every year they always get different script writer for
Hmm.
Kamen Rider season. This year was written by the writer who did Madoka Magica. If you know,
Really?
you've seen it, and you know Madoka Magica
Yeah,
is like
I know Madoka.
is like Madoka was playing off the whole
Everything looks.
like it's going to be a cutesy magical girl, but then it's not. It's a deconstruction.
Yeah,
So that's what, and then so he gets hired to do this season of Kamen Rider.
interesting.
So it's just like maybe it's good. People I've heard said this is the darkest, probably darkest Kamen Rider season. I have not seen it
Really?
yet. Yeah,
That's
so
surprising because I didn't get that from the opening. I mean,
I
gosh, the
that
freaking vampire one seemed a lot darker than that.
yeah, but I think that's the writer's intention is like to give you that false sense of like, oh, look how cool and epic these guys are, and pop rock, and but it's like try again, like Madoka, is like
Yeah.
cute anime girls, but then anime girls get brutally murdered, munched on, and Madoka.
Yeah.
And then there's some psychological attack where some girls can't handle it, and they
Well, yeah, it's
yeah, so
a big focus of that show. Anyways,
um,
yeah, it's kind of a shame
and
that the
the
intro
creator of
didn't show more of that then.
I also want to say the creator of Madoka Magica was inspired by Kamen Rider Ryuki. He didn't. That person didn't work on Kamen Rider Ryuki, but they watched that. That was his inspiration for Madoka, actually.
Huh. Which one's Ryuki in here again?
The Mirror World. It's a battle royale theme.
Oh, that would be this one?
To the right. Him.
Yeah,
Yep.
this one.
Yep. So everything Madoka Magica is the character by character is in Ryuki. They just gender swapped it. Like I'm not even shitting you.
That's kind of funny to think about. Well, I guess that's why they showed the dancing then, because they want to contrast the dark
magical
nature
girl.
of this show.
Yep.
Yeah, of this season. Okay, I
So,
think it's fine sitting
yeah.
where it is then.
as an opening though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Drive.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I think you probably see me play this character a lot in Kart actually.
Yeah. Really loves his car, got it. And she wants to lock him up. Toy cars driving around. Yeah, they went from the motorcycle into the car on this one.
At this
think
point,
it's-
I don't consider him a Kamen Rider because he's more of a common driver.
See, this is actually like decent action in the opening.
It gives you the
Like that
premise.
was pretty good. Yeah, well,
Gives you
it even
characters,
showed
the
their
story.
powers. Yeah.
Yep.
And it showed the dynamic between the main
Okay,
character and
pause.
what looked to be their the main heroine of it too.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the only thing that was actually lacking was uh significant character emotions in the opening, but otherwise I think that was really good.
Yeah.
This is Drive. I think I want to put that in S.
Okay. Are you sure it's not
Maybe
because it was your
A.
first? Because
No,
Evan?
it's not.
Okay.
It's not because it's my first. I think just overall compared to these other ones, I think it's good.
Okay. If you
Like
really
if
like
I
it,
were to
go and
just
give
think
it an
about it,
S.
yeah, just think
But it
about it
has
like to the last
flaws.
one.
So you want to put it S, but it has just that one tiny flaw. It's going to be an A.
Yeah, I think S is probably fair to say it has everything that represents Kamen Rider in it. And A is like it has almost everything, but falls on one point. And D is like it barely does anything to show you what the show is going to be about. Which I think
Eh,
these
eh,
represent that pretty well.
yeah.
And it just slowly starts like this is like one thing about Kamen Rider in it, and then this is like two things, and this is like almost all of them. So yeah, I think that's fair in A where it is. I would say, I don't know, upper. I can't really rate this between the tier very well. Trying to remember too many different openings at once. Uh, yeah, I can't remember specifics on some of these. Yeah, that was the coin one. 3 O's.
Decade. The world traveling rider.
Yeah, this one's an A I have.
The detective rider.
Yeah, I think Rider was better than this one at least. Well, maybe not. I think I'll put it right there. I think it's under that one. Let's see, now where are the other two? Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, that one definitely deserves D now that I'm looking at it again. Okay. Whatever. I got like four of these left.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this one definitely deserves to be above Drive, the detective one. This one deserves A also because of the music.
Music and
Banger, oh,
premise.
banger alert, yeah, and the premise. All right.
Kamen Rider Ghost.
He's a ghost. Why is there feathers?
That is a good question.
He's falling from heaven. He's an angel. He's not a ghost. Is this... What is going on here? Is this Kamen Rider parts?
This is a gimmick. He can switch out his jacket.
Some action. Lots of flash, though. This is the spiritual side if it's called Ghost.
Monk.
Definitely upbeat. There's not... I want to say that was a good one.
Where would you grade it?
I feel like it's slightly worse than Drive.
That is fair. The orange. He's got the orange.
Yeah. I was actually just thinking
Pac-Man
about the...
looking like.
Yeah.
Actually, now thinking about it, it probably has a Pac-Man.
I think that's low A.
It's actually Ghost is considered the worst season of all Kamen Riders.
Ah, well...
Like the plot and characters aren't very good, but it has really good fight scenes, fight choreographies, from what I heard.
Yeah, I kind of got that from the opening. I mean,
But because he's a
like the
ghost,
weird.
he's more flexible with his.
This character is just really at odds from what. I mean, I don't know. Generally, like Buddhist monks and stuff do not act
Well,
like this character does at all.
so it's like,
Just
why even
monks in
have that?
general.
Why
Well,
even
it's just
have
like a
that?
weird, really weird contrast. I don't know if it makes him an interesting character or a character that's just insulting towards culture. I can't say for sure.
They should have gotten Exorcist to be friends with the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I think that's low A. I think low A is fair for this one.
That's pretty damn high for an opening.
Well,
But you know what?
it could
We're
be.
judging the
I think it
opening,
could.
so
I think it could also be upper B.
so.
I think it was better than the Samurai one for sure, but
Mm.
it wasn't as good as Drive. So it's in a decent place. I think it could easily just be upper B just as easily as it could be lower A.
Okay. Well, we start a little bit from the beginning of EXH. Kind of.
That is a unique Kamen Rider right here. He's a doctor? This is some... this is some, like, future bass for music. So he fights in, like, digital? His toy hammer. I think the premise of that one gave it a lot of freedom to use a lot of CG to make it flashy.
It's a game. Yeah,
Yeah,
even
because it's like a game world thing.
Yeah. But the irony in that concept is like, it's Kamen Riders fighting off monsters coming into real life instead. So, so they don't go into the virtual world.
I thought it was all going to be in virtual. I didn't get that
that's
at all.
what I thought, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, they can bring the monsters to a virtual world to avoid, like, collision in the real world, but most of the time they're chasing monsters in the bugster monsters in the real world. It's a really cool premise. So,
I think it's...
could you bring the rating into the screen?
Oh, whoops.
Yep. Right here. Where we put it? The pink armor is easy to identify.
This one is probably the most out of all of them so far. I think this is the easily most identifiable Kamen Rider.
Yeah. A lot of people generally don't like it for pink armor, but I'm like, well, it's not really girly.
I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, I always saw it like it's bubblegum pink, like, I don't think that was ever a problem.
I don't know, I don't think colors are
also people
didn't manly.
People also didn't like the eyes either. His helmet eyes.
So. I think the rest of the armor, like the design of the armor itself with like the colored buttons on it, I think that's a bigger issue than the armor itself being pink.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's just design on the armor. I think overall, this one's kind of polarizing because I want to say it's better than like.
What'd you think of the music? Actually, I'm curious because I think
I didn't mind the music actually.
The music
I don't
think it exactly really popular. Though,
yeah, I don't think it. Well, yeah, it's a future bass. Future bass has blown up in the past decade.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think overall the intro didn't show us much of anything of what to expect out of it. Besides, it was going to be like some sort of virtual stuff kind of like a video game, and like he was a doctor at the same time or whatever.
I don't know if I should, but later the opening does change and updates a little, revealing more of the plot. But I just feel
Oh,
like, but we're gonna judge the first opening as if it was advertising. So,
yeah.
but you know this is the one me and Denny are all watching, right? And you probably hear Devon talk about it a lot in the background.
I didn't know you guys were watching Kamen Rider or anything.
EXA, yeah. Even Denny. This is the season Denny's watching right now. So,
Okay.
but
Um,
so your feelings, rank of the opening, quality of the opening, I guess.
Look, that's the thing. I'm polarized because it honestly had probably the highest production quality out of any of the Kamen Riders so far for just the opening itself, with the music and the quality of effort that got put into it for the visuals. But then it also just didn't show all that much. Like, it was too heavy on visuals and transitions and stuff that made it look pretty. And I guess that's okay in some ways, but it didn't show much for like character development or uh what to expect out of the show, I guess.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though I like the opening, the way it looks, I feel like I have to be critical and put it like lower B.
Low B. Okay.
Like maybe even no, I don't think it deserves C. It's definitely B or above. It's not S.
I would put it higher than Ryuki, the Mirror World guy. At
Oh
least.
yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's better than that one for sure. I don't know if it's better than this. I think
I think it would be better than
there's
Gaim, the
more. Yeah,
breakdancing Gaim.
I think it's good right there. I think there's more interesting things going on in the samurai one for what is going to happen with characters.
Wait, so what
Even if
about Wizard guy? How? Why is he there then? If we want to rewatch it, that's fine.
yeah, I'm just trying to think. I mean, I think when I initially placed this one, I said this was interchangeable with this.
Okay, so
I don't think I particularly thought one or the other was better.
okay.
Thinking about it now, though, I think this might be better, lightly. Okay, getting down to it. There's overall the list is balanced at least. It's not I don't think I'm being too harsh or too unfair. And I'm not just saying everything's good or everything sucks.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have an interesting tier list. I'm just gonna say. All right, Kamen Rider build.
Another space one. This already, damn, that already looks a lot more serious than the other one. Got the bike. A little bit of explosion action. Character introductions. Hmm. Cube is an interesting part. Gonna be a plot point for sure. Transformation. So far, this has been really good. Just needs some action now. Here we go. Hmm.
Yeah, it seemed like it gave you everything you wanted.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's an S. I think that's an S.
That's really
I think
good.
that's a I think that's a pretty easy S in my opinion.
All right, but where on the S between
Oh
before?
gosh. Now that's a hard one. That
Bring
basically
it. Bring it on screen. Yep.
oops, sorry. I already dragged it into the S category. Yeah, that's definitely an S because it gives I think the one slight thing that it was lacking was like a lack of character interaction, but I think every individual character had a moment where you could see like, oh, this is kind of what this character is going to be about. It even had things in it that I didn't see in other Kamen Riders, which was information about the world itself.
So
You
it
got to see
starts off
like
right in the beginning, right? Where the country
well, it
split.
shows like the crater where it splits or whatever, but then
Uh-huh.
it also shows the wall on the whole outside of the city as well. So I think that one had a lot of really, really good points to it. That might be the best one. I'd have to rewatch these.
You gotta drag.
See, this is
Yeah. If you want to drag him over, you gotta pull the other rider over.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Trying to think where I should rank it in this list. I'd have to rewatch these. It's been a little bit. Can you help me figure out where they are? So where's this first one?
First one that should be 6 minutes, I think. Then. Pass forward.
Okay, this is the detective-ish.
No.
Oh, this is the stage one.
Go 7. Yep. Go 650. Go to 650. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one.
It gives you a sense of scale.
This was really good. Yeah, this one was really good too. Ah, the music's so good too, though. Yeah, and then the meteor.
That's interesting. What about the music is that you like? I thought the music is.
No, I think the drum part in particular is really interesting because it's like a no.
I see
how to describe it. It's a gosh, this one's really hard. I don't know if it's better or worse than this one. I want to say this next one's better than this one, the one we just watched.
Oh, Deno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least I think it's going to be better than this one. But where's this one on this list? Do you
7
remember
minutes?
where it is?
I think. Okay. 8. Go to 8. Oh no! Before. 8. Yep, just 8 minutes.
Oh yeah, this one too.
Yeah. I don't know if you could catch some of the translation if they explain it in the beginning. The training.
No, my comprehension isn't that high enough.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is.
It seemed like it's a personal story of time traveling. Like
Yeah.
Like usually when it comes to time traveling, it's like either a big orchestrated group or vague. But
this one's really good too.
I just realized his transformation is a fucking train pass.
Yeah.
It's one of those train pass
I think
cards.
right here, I think this is the list for the S tier in order. I think the one we just watched was the best one out of these three.
Alright, that's interesting.
Well, I don't know.
That's really good. Interesting, kind of. So
I think it just basically had everything.
Mm-hmm.
The music is upbeat too, but it's like I think it
emotional.
Fits.
I feel like it's an emotional.
Yeah, it's emotional, but I think it's in a weird way it's fitting.
It's like I didn't think emotion could
Energetic.
fit with that action too. That tiny bit of action.
Yeah.
And you get to see his gimmick too.
Yep.
Alright. And then let's see this last one.
Yeah, that's definitely the best one, in my opinion. At least so far. Alright, so we have one more here.
Zeo. Or technically Kamen Rider 2.0. Decade 2.0. Because
more virtual stuff going on here. Uh-oh, here we go with the time stuff. I'm a sucker.
Because he's a 20th rider, so...
Yeah, there's time stuff. What the hell? Looked like he just like flipped off the bike on accident and then into that armor. He has a ranged weapon? Okay, that was kind of a lot. I gotta watch this again, actually. What do you mean? What do you mean, is it hitting me?
Like, the music is... opening's pretty good.
Oh, well, I was listening to it. I don't know if the opening's...
Well, I
don't
feel
think
like...
it's S tier.
Yeah.
I think it has too much abstract in it.
Yeah.
It still has, like, the action. And it has...
the characters.
this, whatever that is, where he gets into the giant robot.
I think that was a gimmick. I don't like that robot. A toy gimmick they were showing off.
Yeah, these are probably from time travel. The characters were going away there due to like past events or something, I'd imagine. Represents like a split. Okay. I think that's A tier, but I don't know if it's great in A tier.
Is it gonna be right next to Decade A tier? That'd be pretty ironic, you know?
I think Drive's a better opening than that.
Okay, yeah. I feel
I
like
think
that's a problem
good there.
when it comes to crossover or anniversaries, is like, you don't show enough the character, and it seems more about them a recollection, trying to make screen time for all the other writers with them.
Yeah.
One that's bringing them together. So.
Okay. Well, I guess that's my preliminary.
Can you save and download and send it to me?
Oh, do you want it?
Yeah.
I can like screenshot it for you quick. Would that be easier? Or would you rather just have like this link? Oh, it's just gonna tell me to download the image anyway.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm fine with you screenshotting it then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Kamen Rider. Whole 20 years of Kamen Rider. So.
I'll make it a little bit bigger first. That way when I screenshot it, it's better quality.
Yeah, so final thoughts, I guess, after seeing how Kamen Rider has developed over the years.
Yeah, gosh, that very first one, I think the very first one definitely deserves to be in D. that was
that kind of personally hurts, but I think that's the truth. That's the sad truth about that opening.
Yeah, I'm not saying it because I think
it's not a bad season, of
bad,
course.
But
it's not a bad season, but the opening is very... it feels very by the number.
Bland, yeah.
Yeah, it's by the number opening to...
go back and watch this again, just to be sure.
But it does change. It is one of those Kamen Riders that openings change over as the season prolongs. So.
Yeah, like there's just like some slight abstract with the moon and stuff.
I feel like some of these are stock footages that they're never...
looks in the sky. There's the motorcycle, but like... it's a little bit of combat, but it looks... maybe it's just me being harsh on the combat there too, but there's barely anything.
It's very old-fashioned, so... it's old-fashioned.
Looks to the sky.
I would say this would be like... is what most Showa riders were like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So...
I think that's okay, being above the other one.
Do you think that they improved by the... Speed Rider, the fast rider?
What do you mean?
Kabuto, the red armored. You know, the opening you really like, right? With the supersonic speed rider.
Do you mean
at 6 minute?
Yeah, these two. Or like back to back, like
not that one. 7
not
minute.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the two that were just back to back really good.
Yeah, 7 minute rider. They seem like their quality improved by then.
Yeah, this is where the quality started going up significantly for Kamen Rider openings.
But yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching with me, Brandon.
Thanks for having me do this. It was more interesting than I thought it'd be, I guess. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I just needed some person's opinion of someone who's never watched Kamen Rider, so...
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
you
at some point.
technically have, but you never finished the season, so.
Yeah. No, I thought we finished Drive, didn't we?
No, you watched a bit. You watched
I thought
one
we.
random ass episode of me and Evan.
No, I thought there was one Kamen Rider we watched where we watched like it was some 14 plus episodes, and I thought we had watched all of it and finished it.
Amazon, but we never finished it.
Oh.
That was a spin-off Kamen Rider series season, but yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely watch this one though.
Yeah.
I think there's really interesting stuff going on with it. That yeah, I don't know. Do you think this one's any good, honestly?
It's the best I've heard.
Really?
Best Kamen
I
Rider.
can see it.
But
just
I've
from the
heard
opening.
it's important to watch like Icee though, because he has a moment in between season where he had a that also promotes a movie crossover with Icee where
Hmm.
he stole his powers at the end of Icee, and then
Oh, so two of them are actually linked together here.
yep.
Interesting.
So, all right, man, this is gonna have to
All right.
mark our end of the video. So.
All right. Sounds good.